What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex with FullCountMedia.com here with another video. Today we are talking about the top 8 rookies from Topps 2021 Series 1. Really excited. It's taken me a while to get this video out because honestly, I wanted to have the cards with me, and it's been atrocious getting cards near me. Hopefully, you guys are having better success finding retail than I am. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are. But today, really excited. Like I said, top 8. In my opinion, again, guys, this is just my opinion. If you disagree or agree, let me know, I guess, down below. But again, my opinion, some of these are going to be skewed. I know that maybe number 1 you might not agree with, and that's fine. Just let me know in the comments section below. But we're excited. I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. Let's get into this one. Again, if you're new here, make sure to smash that like button and, of course, subscribe. Hit that post notification bell icon, ring the hell out of that thing so you get notified, because otherwise YouTube won't even tell you that my videos came out, and that's pretty lame. You want to know. You want to be a part of the premieres and in the community. Also, join my Discord. We have an awesome Discord of sports card connoisseurs talking sports and sports cards all the time. Really excited, though, for this one. So with all that stuff out of the way, let's jump into this one. All right, at number 8, it's going to be Bobby dahlbach. Bobby dahlbach is a corner infielder for the Boston Red Sox. He is 25 years old, 6'4", 227. Now, he's not going to be a guy who hits average, but his power on the 20 to 80 grading scale for scouts is 60, which is very, very good. His arm is excellent at 70, so he's got a cannon from third. Should play third if he's got that good of an arm. And overall, he's a 55 prospect. And at 55, that is an everyday player. So I'm really excited for him. Making top 8, there's a lot of pretty good rookies in this set. Pretty solid, and making top 8 is a pretty good feather in the cap. So Bobby, if you're watching this, you're welcome. I put you in the top 8. He is very, very high in their organization. He's at number 3 in the Red Sox organization. But I'm excited to see what he can do when he makes the bigs. Look out for him. He played a little bit last year, but really excited for him. And that's why he's at number 8 on today's list. All right, at number 7 is a guy who has an amazing starter ahead of him, a Hall of Fame talent. It's going to be the Giants catcher, Joey Bart. Obviously, Buster Posey has that mantle right now. I don't think at the recording of this video he's said he's going to retire anytime soon, but Joey Bart is definitely the heir apparent to that throne. And as a Cardinals fan who has had Yadier Molina for 15 years almost, or whatever it's been, it is I know the importance of having a good catcher to kind of rear the pitching staff, all the young pitchers and prospects, and really get to know how the game is played, right? And the reason I bring this up is because Buster Posey is going to, I would assume, impart all of his wisdom onto Joey Bart. So that is a huge, huge feather in the cap for Joey Bart. He's 24 years old. He's 6'2", 238, bats and throws right-handed. Scouting report-wise, he's an everyday player. Now, I do believe that he could outplay this because of the tutelage from Buster Posey. Hitting, he's a 50. Run, he's a 40. Fielding, 55. Power, though, he's a 60. That's pretty good for a catcher, especially for a catcher. Arm, he's got a cannon. And overall, he's 55. So much like Bobby dahlbach, he's right there at everyday player. But I could see, the ceiling being a bit higher than that. Last year he did play a bit because obviously Buster Posey was injured, or rather I think he took off. Either way, though, he did play last season. It wasn't too crazy. He didn't play all that great. But again, if Buster's going to be there this season, could really, really up his confidence and up his game. That's why he's at number 7. I'm a fan of his. I hope he does well. All right, next up at number 6. Probably a lot of you would have him higher on your list, but this is my list. And so this is Christian Pasche. Atlanta Braves outfielder. He's 22 years old, 6'2", 215. Looking at his grades, oh, and he's a righty, bat and throwing. Looking at his scouting, though, he's 55 hitting, 70 running, so he's a speedster. Fielding, Gold Glove caliber, 80. That is as high as the scale gets. Power-wise, 50. Arm, 70. And overall, 60. So we're moving up a rung here. But this is a guy a lot of people are extremely high on. Yeah, I have him here, obviously, at 6. But I don't think he's going to be a world beater. You know, he is defensive-minded. So I think in terms of sports card, that could bring his value down potentially. However, the Braves are a great team. He's going to play this year. Potentially they win a World Series 20 years from now. You're looking at guys to buy their cards or selling cards. You look on their Baseball Reference and they have a couple World Series, that's going to up their stock just inherently. But Christian Pasche, a guy I probably could have put a little bit higher. But as you'll see, we got a couple guys that are very, very good. So at this point, for right now, I'm putting him at number 6. Let me know in the comment section, would you put Christian Pasche a little bit higher? All right, next up, the hometown guy. You knew he was going to make the list. This is Deleon Carlson. Deleon Carlson is a St. Louis Cardinals outfielder. He's 22 years old, 6'2", 205. He's a switch hitter, and he throws left. Looking at his scouting report, he is a 55 hitting, 55 running, 60 fielding, 60 power, 55 arm, and overall a 60 from the scout. So right on par with Pasche. I know a lot of people put Pasche above Deleon Carlson, and I initially was going to, but I've had a lot of people talking to me and saying, look, I really, really like Deleon Carlson. And I didn't want to be a homer in this video. You know, if you guys are friends of the show and of the channel, you know I'm not often a homer, but I am going to be one here because I want to believe in him, and I'm excited about him. It's my video, so I'm going to put him right here at number 5. Last season, he did make the bigs. He was a MLB player. He didn't do so hot. He did not do so hot. It was pretty rough, to be honest. But with all that being said, he did come back the last half of the season and really put up some numbers. So I'm really excited to see what he does in a full, real baseball season without all the nonsense that was 2020. But I'm really excited for Deleon Carlson. I could have probably put him a spot or two lower, but I'm excited for him. And his prices are super cheap. You can get him under $5. So I put him at number 5. All right, next up, the only pitcher on the list. You know, sometimes pitchers can be pretty risky. If you've been in the hobby a while, you already know that that is a fact. This is, of course, Casey Mize. This is the Detroit Tigers ace phenom. He's 23. He's 6'3", 220 pounds, righty, and his scouting grades go as followed. 60 fastball, 60 slider, 60 control, 50 curveball, but a nasty splitter, which was rated at 70, and overall a 60. The guy threw a no-hitter in his very first Double-A game. Now, he did get injured, I believe, last year, so that is something to keep your eyes on and, you know, pay attention to, because he is a young pitcher. I wouldn't say go ham and spend your entire life saving on Casey Mize, but it's definitely somebody I'm excited for, and I wanted to fit in a pitcher, and I thought that the 4th spot, right before we get to the top 3, would be a perfect place to put him. And in my opinion, you know, Sixto Sanchez is a great pitcher, but for my money, Casey Mize is the guy in this set. I'm really, really excited for him. Hopefully, you know, the Tigers can start turning that organization around with him and Torkelson, but I'm excited. That's why he makes number 4. Next up is a guy that made a huge ruckus last season, was brought up and just kind of didn't do much, unfortunately. But he is Joe Adell, right-handed, 6'3", 215, right-handed both ways. Last season in the MLB, he hit 3 home runs, had a whopping 161 batting average, and a negative 1.3 WAR. The reason he is so high is because he is one of the highest touted prospects the MLB has ever seen. He is expected to be a great star, MVP caliber potentially. But because he started so slow last year, he potentially lost a lot of confidence. But another reason why I didn't put him higher, he isn't going to make the starting roster, to my knowledge, at least of the recording of this video. He's not going to make the starting roster. You know, he's going to be on the taxi squad. So for that reason, I didn't want to put him any higher. With that in mind, I do think he has high upside, potentially the highest upside. I mean, MVP caliber upside. So keep your eye out. I think you can get these for $5 or $6. So at that price, might be worth it to pick up a few, get them graded. If he comes back, looks great. I mean, he's going to be playing with Mike Trout, and he's going to be playing with Albert Pujols. It kind of goes back to Joey Bart. He's going to be under amazing tutelage to get his mind, you know, the game. 90% of it is half mental. So that part, I definitely think he could get right under the tutelage of Trout and Pujols. That's why he's at number 3. Moving on. Next up, it's going to be Ryan Mountcastle. Ryan Mountcastle last season absolutely tore it up. Yes, it was in a little bit of a limited role, obviously, because 2020 was a shortened season. He's 24 years old, 6'4", 230, bats and throws right-handed. Now, before we get into his scouting grades, I do want to mention his statistics from last season. He hit 5 dingers, 333 batting average, an on-base percentage of 386, and an OPS of 878. Not too shabby for the rookie. Obviously, he plays for the Baltimore Orioles. He's going to get playing time. He's a first baseman / outfielder. But let's take a look at his grades, his scouting grades. Hitting 60, pretty good, pretty above average. Running 45, he's slow. Don't hold that against him. Fielding 40, not a great fielder. Power though 55, which we'll circle back to that one. Arm is a 40, overall 55. Alex, why did you put a guy that's rated 55 above other 60s? I think, this is just my opinion, I got a feeling, and you kind of think, oh well, maybe this guy's going to be a little bit better than people are saying. I got a feeling about this guy. I think he is going to be a ham sandwich machine. I think he is going to be a powerhouse, 30-plus home run guy, potentially 80, 90, maybe 100 RBI guy. Really, really excited for him. I think he is going to kind of push past that 55 power ceiling that the scouts put on him, just based off of last season. 5 home runs is nothing to sniff at in 120 ABs. I'm excited for him. I think you should be too. His cards are dirt cheap right now. You can go out and get these for $2, $3, $4. Either way, really excited about him. I bumped him up above Joe Adell because he succeeded last season when all this pressure and all this turmoil, uncertainty in the league, he succeeded. Joe Adell kind of faltered, so I am putting him above Joe Adell for the time being. Moving on. Next up, last but certainly not least, number 1. You probably already know who it is. It is Alec Baum, the power hitting, slugging, ham sandwich hitting third baseman for the Phillies. Now, when you say third baseman for the Phillies, there are some great third basemen. Obviously, Mike Schmidt, the best third baseman to ever play baseball. You got Scott Rowland, former Philly, former Cardinal, but former Philly. My point is, there is a lineage here. There is a good history of very good third baseman. Last season, we take a look at his stats. 4 home runs, 338 batting average, 400 on base percentage, and an OPS of 881, a WAR of 0.9 or 1, depending upon where you look at WAR. Fangraphs versus Baseball Reference. They kind of calculate it a little bit different. It's weird. Anyways, Alec Baum, solid defender, absolutely knows how to hit a baseball. This man was born to hit a baseball. I think he is a MVP caliber player, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Also, He's going to be on the same team as Bryce Harper. Can you imagine him, Real Muto, Harper? That's pretty dirty. That's pretty good offensive power, offensive guys just to have in your lineup. I mean, you know, they got to get that pitching figured out. But the Phillies, from an offensive standpoint, if he pans out, holy smokes, guys, we could be looking at a pretty disgusting lineup for the Phillies for years and years to come, because obviously Bryce Harper signed there long term. They're going to eventually re-sign him, I would assume. But either way, Alec Baum, MVP caliber guy, taking the crown for #1 rookie card from Topps 2021 Series 1. Sorry this video took so long to get out to you guys. Like I said, I wanted to have the cards. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit that post notification bell icon so you never miss out. Join the Discord. Join the Discord, the Les Alex Cardboard Connoisseur Discord. We're talking sports, cards, fun stuff all the time. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Also, hit me up on Twitch. I stream pretty often over there now, so check that out as well. I appreciate you all. Thank you. We're heading towards 5,000 subscribers. That's so amazing. You're all awesome. And until next time, keep cracking packs, keep collecting. I will see you all in the next one.